Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
small
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like with
with his everything.
Oh.
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
That's Stella! Yeah!
Good morning, OFM family. This is live from my morning retreat. This is the house that my grandfather built up in the Tehachapi Mountains, and these are the elk that have come down to eat from their cherry trees. We have elk, bunnies, and even 2 bears that have come into the garage. So this is the front of the house, and then we have rose bushes, and so we're at about 4,000 feet, and the mountain behind us is 7,000 feet. Hope you have a wonderful day. Take it away, Dina.
Wow, that was so beautiful. That was from Mendy. Such a beautiful morning. I know, I would love to see that. Good morning. I'm at the shore today. It's a beautiful morning down here. And to make it even more beautiful, look who's here joining us today. Missy.
Oh, beautiful. Hi.
How are you?
I have a little bit of a cold, so I got my sexy voice going, but I'm good.
I was not prepared for your sexy voice.
No one's prepared for this.
Jeremy must love it. Does this have anything to do with like a dinosaur costume?
It does not.
That's
sadly
weird.
I've been too feverish to put on the dinosaur costume.
Do you have a fever too?
I think I did yesterday a little bit. Today's better.
But that's not a cold then.
Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong.
I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. So Missy is joining us because tonight for Tipsy Tuesday, I don't know if you heard who we have on for Tipsy Tuesday tonight. Do you know?
I do know.
Pinky Patel.
Yes.
On tonight. So we needed to practice. So let me try to split the screen this way.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, okay. Okay. Wait.
Which do we like better?
Yeah, people, which looks better?
Do we like stacked or side by side?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, people. What do you think? Ollie says we look very small. Brenda said this one is better. Do you know I opened for Pinky when she was here in Delaware?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
That's awesome.
Side
by side. The comments, block your face when we're stacked. Everybody said side by side. Okay. Stack looks like the Brady Bunch. Oh, side by side. The comments covered Missy the other way. The chat runs are okay. For better for reading comments. All right, good.
Okay.
Good. All right, now we know. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it. So, so we haven't really talked since we both got back. How did you do with re-entry into the East Coast?
I was very lucky because I've only had to dip my toe in. I haven't had to go anywhere other than church. And I was just even singing backup at church. So I got to just kind of
Was it like Backup for Jesus or
Back
like
up to Jesus and a sweet young girl named Fiona. Jesus and Fiona.
Jesus and Fiona were doing like a duet for the Lord?
They were, yes.
You
And
were
then,
the backup dancer.
yeah. What I'm finding is not right yet is sleep.
Missy,
having-
I'm doing the opposite though. I keep waking up at 5 in the morning.
Mhm.
What are you doing?
I fall asleep at 3 in the afternoon
Oh,
and then cannot go to sleep at night until around like about 1 or 2. Like everything's a little off. And of course, I was waking myself up coughing. I'm not really a good traveler. I always pick up a little something when I'm traveling.
yeah, no, well, I think I could solve your problem. Stop going to sleep.
I know. Well, yesterday I tried to make myself stay awake, but I had such a bad headache.
Oh,
Today,
yeah. Well, when you're sick, yeah.
yeah, I was going to say today I feel better. I sound a little gross, but I feel better. So I think today I'll work on staying awake a whole day, an all-dayer.
All day, really
Yeah.
like a big girl.
Yeah.
Don't you remember? I don't know if anybody else is jealous of babies. They just get so many naps, and like their whole day is literally scheduled around the nap.
And everybody's day around them is scheduled around that.
Everybody,
Right?
like, we can't do that. The baby has to nap.
Yeah. So the baby shows one sign of being nap ready, whether it's going too wild or falling asleep. Everybody stops.
Everybody's like, let's let the baby nap. And you go,
Well,
okay.
we're gonna cuddle the baby. We're gonna give the baby a little snack, and we're gonna let this baby go to sleep. And we're all gonna be quiet till the baby wakes up. Yeah.
Yes, I really, and I like the concept of just everybody being like scheduling around my nap.
Yes. It's like the grown-up version of stop, drop, and roll. Like, I'm stopping. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay here. I'm just gonna nap right here.
What
You
it
guys,
does.
I think it should be. I've never been on fire. Stop, drop, and roll has never worked for me in that context. But I think
Interesting
napping,
analogy. Mhm.
boom,
Mhm.
fall out.
And the baby fights the nap. I know. Could you imagine everybody being so concerned you got a nap and you're like, no, no.
I'm not tired. And they're like, listen, we've spent time with you on a day where you didn't have your nap.
We're going to need it to happen.
We're going to need it to happen.
Mhm. Hey, so since I got back, I haven't really done much. I've done nothing, which I think we both needed to just do nothing, re-entry. And so it was really good. However, and I would like to know who else has watched this, but I have watched Monsters, the Eric and Lyle Menendez story. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
The whole thing?
I stopped. And this is interesting because it's hard to disturb me. I can be pretty twisted in terms of what I'm entertained by or will watch on. And I found it very disturbing.
But it just kept going. Every time I was like, okay, and that's I was, oh, there's another episode. What else could we possibly be saying?
I know.
But what episode did you stop at? Because there's 9 episodes.
I stopped when the mother was examining parts.
Oh.
I couldn't. I was like, you know what? I need a little break. I'll probably go back into it because I'm curious. But I did the thing, and I don't know if you're finding this. Like, if I do it over and over, episode after episode after episode, you just feel like you're sucked down into that muck and mire, and I needed a break.
You know, I love that you said mire on the morning show. We have never used that word, so thank you. That's number 1. Number 2, I had a really different take on it. So here's mine. I was around for this trial, right?
Yeah.
Most of us were, okay? And I remember it on the periphery, right? They were a little older than me, so they were like I think 18 and 21. I was probably 12, right? We're not that much younger, but at that time, that's kind of a big
Right.
deal. And there are so many things in it that I just didn't know. And then even when they tell you all these horrific things, then if you watch future episodes, don't want to ruin stuff for you, then other stuff comes out and you're like, wait, what? So do what? It's very confusing because I really thought, there was a big resurgence in the news where people were like, there was this show and then a documentary. And
Right.
everybody was like, listen, based on these two things, and people are talking about it again. These guys were up for parole
Right.
and they did not get parole. But I feel like everybody was saying, like, you're starting to see more and more cases from years ago that are being, turned into documentaries or miniseries. People are looking at them differently. If this happened now, I wonder how different it would play out. Number one. Number two, if these were girls, if these were young women, how
Okay.
differently would this play out? Somebody had posited that. And
You said posit. I said Mar. Who
I
are
know
we?
we are. We're really good. And the other thing was, I didn't realize, and you'll see it later, this is not news to you, but I didn't realize that OJ was happening at the same time.
Yes, I remember that.
The riots were happening at the same time. That there were a lot of other things happening around that case that led to a lot of political reasons. It's just, and I had no idea they had a hung jury the first time, and then that was going to change things in the second, and then they ran out of money. Like, it's just, but this, then finally the series was over, and I was like, I don't know whose side I'm on. I don't know if I felt like this was justice or not.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing that I have a hard time with is whenever we find out that so much about these huge cases ends up having very little to do with the actual case, right? It depends on who's in power politically and what that person is looking for and all of that. And then there's that argument like millions of people are severely abused while growing up in this country, and most of us don't kill our parents, right? So, but then when you add a whole lot of money to a situation, it just becomes so much more high profile and garners that much more attention. But I bet there's other people in jail for their lives for similar crimes that we're never going to see because they weren't rich and it wasn't a famous case. It's so hard. It's so hard because I pity any child that does that. But that was quite a murder, right? That was quite a plan. That was
quite a thing.
It was not in the heat of a moment, in the heat of something happening. And I don't know, it's so hard.
Too much. Missy, do you think that you fart too much? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I noticed somebody commented that. I'm like, do they know me? Like, I feel like you can tell that from where you're sitting right now. I'm in a room by myself, and the fact that someone out there knows.
Just knows it. Can just look at us and be like,
you know what? They're farters. They're definitely
musty hags.
Farters. Yeah, the musty hags fart a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we have deep thoughts.
I love, do we both look married?
Married women always talk about old stories.
I don't know. Do we scream married?
Here's the thing. I don't know if you've been paying attention, Long John J. Jeremy, is that it's a story that's back in the news now. right? They're talking about it now. So we're dipping back to come to right.
You don't have to justify it. We could.
I don't have to justify anything, but I just wanted to make it clear that you know.
Are you reading the comments?
Not anymore.
Well, you should, because your husband just left a comment. Mm-hmm.
She farted in my car Friday night at Welcome. My husband.
Now, who are these gorgeous goddesses I've stumbled upon? Thank you. You can stay.
Yes. Ace, you're the best.
Does Jeremy want to stay married to you? Because it doesn't feel like he does.
I feel like, you know what I think Jeremy's doing? I think this is Jeremy's circuitous route of making sure no one else will want me so that I have to stay. Right?
Nobody else will want you.
Nobody.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, I watched the Menendez thing, and it's very weird to me to have watched it and just at the end of it, I was like, I don't know who I believe. And the one brother just lied. Just it was gross.
Yeah,
Jeremy is a lucky fella.
Jeremy is such a lucky guy. Yeah, no, it's so creepy. The whole thing is just slimy from moment one till now. It just is so slimy.
Yeah. Now, have you been watching the US Open?
No, I have
Are you
not.
paying any attention to it whatsoever?
I think that I saw a headline where two women got into a heated argument.
They did. So we want to know what they were arguing about?
Yes, I absolutely do.
So there was a fight, right? And the fight starts, this one woman, it was very weird because at first they didn't tell you what these two women were fighting about. I think the one woman was from Latvia. The other one was from the US. But at the beginning, they don't tell you what they're fighting about. They just tell you that these two women are fighting, right? So all of a sudden we got to know that these two ladies are fighting. But the one woman says to the American woman, basically, you're uneducated and you're trash or something, right? And so that was not wonderful. But the Taylor, I think is her name. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Taylor. Yeah. Handled it beautifully, very classy. And everybody's takeaway from this was, Taylor handled it wonderfully. There's no place for this on the court. Fine. So it makes the news rounds, whatever. So finally, I read the article, right? Like we were away when that happened. So I finally read the article. I'm like, what were they even fighting about? So you read the article, and apparently, now you probably don't know this. I'd imagine most people don't know. They were fighting because of an unwritten tennis rule. So it's not like she even broke a tennis law or any kind of protocol. There is just an unwritten rule in tennis that if you are playing tennis and by some chance the ball hits the net in a way that makes it so it hits and then immediately falls.
Okay.
That if that happens, if you and I were playing and I hit the ball and I win the point because the ball hits this and just goes right over and doesn't fall into a place where you could possibly hit it, it's considered a faux pas.
Okay.
And I, as the one that did it, would raise my hand to you and go, sorry. That's all you do. You go, sorry.
So it's just, just a little.
But it's not a rule. It's not a rule that you have to abide, it's just saying, I'm trying to play.
And practice.
I did not play with you appropriately in the tennis. The funny thing is in pickleball, that's a great move. If you can do that in pickleball, you're going to basically win the game.
Okay.
But it's not illegal. And so she was upset because Taylor did this, hit the net by accident. The ball did this, and she won the point. And she didn't do that.
Didn't do the thing.
She didn't do the sorry. Didn't hold her hand up, didn't say sorry. Now, there was apparently a similar fight. I know. I feel like that should be a strategy. Exactly, Mandy. There was a fight a year prior or at some point in a men's tournament where a guy did it, and it was a big hubbub because he didn't say he was sorry. In fact, he started jumping up and down. And later on, somebody in an interview said, do you feel bad about the fact that you didn't apologize for this in the game? He was like, why would I feel bad? It's the reason I won. It is
I like that honesty, right? Right? Like, hard to be sorry about winning.
Like, how is that not? Why do I got to apologize for that? Like, listen, if I ever decided to become a professional tennis player, I would do that all the time. I don't have to hit it. I don't have to hit it over there. It's a very funny thing. And so because she didn't apologize, that's what set this Latvian off and said, you're uneducated, not in a way that you are not an intelligent person, but you are uneducated that you wouldn't know that this is.
Got you. It wasn't an all-encompassing comment about her as a human being. Okay.
And everybody else was like, she doesn't have to. And it just, whatever. So it just was an interesting thing. Now, the other thing that happened during the US Open, and I don't believe that this is over. You might have seen a clip about it, Missy, is there was a man playing tennis, and he's got a lot of fans. At some point, he goes over to sign autographs. He goes over to the audience. There's a young boy there, a kid, the 10-year-old, not even, right? And the guy is signing autographs, sees the kid, takes his hat off, hands it to the kid, but at the same time turns and signs something else. He believes that the boy got the hat, but the CEO standing next to him grabs it, sticks it in his wife's purse. So you did see this, yes?
Yes. I saw the after. I didn't know exactly what transpired.
Yeah. So that clip goes crazy. And the original tennis player sees it and puts a call. He doesn't even address, which I thought was very nice. He doesn't even address the CEO. He says, if anybody can identify the boy in the video, please let me know. If you are that boy, I would like to make sure you get a hat. So this kid, is so upset in the video. He sees the video and he says, somebody find this boy for me. He set up a meet and greet just for this boy. The boy ends up getting his own meet and greet, his own pictures, the whole thing. And the boy is so happy now, right? Well, of course, the internets it up and identifies the CEO. Did you see his apology?
No, that's the part that I was like, I got to go down this hole and figure this out. I just saw the happy part. I didn't see, oh no.
Yeah, so it gets better. So now the internets and identifies him as like a Polish CEO of some company we'd have never heard of. And he's so, creepy in the video for stealing this thing, right? But he issues his apology. Hold on, I feel like it's worth looking it up.
Yeah, I gotta hear this
because it's so bad. Hold on. Issues apology. Okay, you just. I think his name is Peter. Peter. He's the CEO of a Polish paving company.
Torture.
Blah, blah, blah. Big, yeah. And then everybody was like, is he on his way to a Coldplay concert? Like, this is not a good time to be a
I was
CEO.
about to say, if you're a CEO, you should just stay home for a
Yeah,
minute.
Karens are so excited. Karens are like, we're done. We're
Yes.
done.
Yeah. You're right. You're like, we've been replaced. You're gonna CEO that, not like you're such a Karen.
You
Yeah.
start looking for CEOs.
Yeah.
So here's
What? That's not here.
Oh, is it in here? I thought that was at your house. There was a video playing. I go, what is happening at your house right now? I thought you had a cat that was.
I'm like, when did you get a cat? An angry cat.
Look at both of our faces that were about to be like, what? And you were like, that's not my house. I'm like, it's not my house. Okay, it's in here. Okay, let's start
It's
again.
in your
Okay, so here is his statement. This is how CEOs apologize. I made a serious mistake. You're like, okay, he's on a roll. In the emotion, in the crowd's joy after the victory, I was convinced that the tennis player was handing the cap in my direction. Oh, you was convinced. Oh, is that what it was? For my son, who had earlier asked for autographs. Oh, all of a sudden he gonna blame his kids? I did not know that. This false assumption made me reach out instinctively. His kids weren't even in the video. Oh, no. Today, I know that what I did looked like deliberately taking a keepsake from a child. Oh, did it look like it? If it walks like a duck, yeah, if it walks like a duck, it looks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck.
It's a duck or a cat on your phone.
That is true. That was not my intention, but it doesn't change the fact that I hurt the boy and let the fans down. Okay. Oh, he's coming around. The cap has been given back to the boy, and I apologize to the family. I hope that I have at least partially repaired the harm caused. Oh, wait. It says he also made it clear he was not behind the earlier fake viral statement wrongly attributed him. Was that other one a fake apology? Oh my gosh. Listen, don't you remember when the first CEO did that? There was a fake apology.
Yes.
Well, apparently another fake apology.
Oh, was it like twisted?
Oh,
Okay.
Missy. He said he was going to sue everybody. Sue everybody for libel.
I saw that. I saw that. Okay.
Neither I nor my wife nor my sons have commented on the situation in social media or on any portal. We have not used any legal services in this matter. All alleged statements appearing online are not ours. Oh, because okay.
Wow. How are we supposed to ever believe anything going forward, right?
Well, that's the thing is you can't.
You can't.
I'm sure somebody, based on the amount of videos and my voice on the internet, could put together an entire thing.
Absolutely. That's what I was just going to say. It would be so easy.
Wow. LaFive said, I assume everything is fake now. That's probably.
Yeah. It really, and I don't know how we tell, right? Unless you actually personally know somebody. I can be like, I know Dina would not say that because I know you.
Yeah. But if people don't know you, wow.
That's, yeah. I still can't, but back to it, I can't believe that there was ever a moment when grabbing that hat felt like the right thing to do.
Could you imagine? Then there was another video over the weekend of this man. He was at a baseball game and he was like in a green shirt. He's just like a bro dude, right? And so this ball comes streaming in. He catches it from hitting this woman that's sitting there with her daughter. He reaches over, he grabs it, and he's like, ah! And he goes nuts, as the boys do. And then after he's done celebrating, he leans over and hands the ball to the little girl that was there.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
That's the
that's so
goosebumps.
lovely, right? And you're
Yes.
just like, you know what?
I had this moment, but I don't need this thing, right? Like, I'm not gonna get this thing. This
Right.
was really cool, and now you take it. And I love that so much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a lovely. Did you ever see the video? Speaking of videos at baseball games, did you ever see the video? I mean, it is maybe the best example of just like dad dudes at games.
Okay.
It was this this guy, and he's got like his 1-year-old daughter in his hand. He's got his 1-year-old daughter and a beer, and the ball is coming, and he was like, "This is my moment." And he was like, "Well, I can't let go of the beer." So for a split second, he lets go of his daughter, catches the ball, and then scoops her up. It was the most dad moment. And you're just like, you see him for a second go, baby, beer, let's go, baby.
Go, baby.
But he's still got the ball and the baby, but like smooth, like not even like fumbles. He was just like, he like pops the baby up, catches the ball, baby comes back to
baby does, and then takes a sip of his beer. That's amazing.
It was crazy.
If that had gone another way,
horrible dad. Horrible.
That's a horrible dad. Do you know, I was at a baseball game, at a Blue Rocks game, not paying attention, and a ball came right at my face. Sarah, my friend Sarah, literally bare hand catches the ball so it doesn't hit me in the face. Her hand just swollen, and she handed it to a little boy.
She saved you. But here comes Jim Wagner. He's like, babies don't spill.
That's true. Babies won't spill.
I mean, I feel like you don't know babies, but
yeah,
in that moment, maybe the baby.
Yeah. I would love to see that baby as a teenager, seeing that video and watching the attitude that would show up.
Like, you thought that was your best choice?
Yeah, like, thanks. A lot, Dad.
And that is why we sat so high up at the Phillies. I was trying to protect your face, Carrie.
And yeah. Our faces were fine. Our faces were not in any danger.
Yeah. Other than birds hitting you.
I was about to say, low flying plane hit me in the face. Could have happened.
You were not going to get hit with the ball in the face.
Could have happened. Yeah.
That's how we look out for people.
Yeah.
Well, that's so funny.
Oh, you know what I meant to tell you? My head went from the sports videos to, I have this sick obsession with watching videos of people falling down. And not when people get hurt, but like the funny falls. When I was in line at the airport to get on my second leg home, so I was fried. And this sweet older man didn't understand where to line up. We were doing Southwest, so they have the things where you line up by numbers.
Yeah.
And I was trying to just show him where to go. He turns around, walks 2 steps away from me, trips, and just falls. Like dives, slides, falls, backpack everywhere. And everybody just froze for a minute. And I was so concerned that he would get hurt that I didn't laugh, but I really wanted points for not laughing. But what made me so happy is the young man who stepped out of line was like, "Sir, can we help you up?" And he's like, "Please." And then when they couldn't lift him up because his legs were like a baby giraffe and he was trying to get back up, I'm like, "Don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh." And I didn't laugh. I just locked eyes with a young girl who was sitting on the floor waiting to get in line. And she and I just stared at each other, and we're both going like this, and I want to know who she was because we kept it. There was this agreement between us. we are seeing that this is hysterical and we are not laughing. We're doing it. We're staying.
Speaking of hysterical.
Never not funny.
It's the end that gets you because you go head first. You're like, oh, it's you're like,
I know. And that was one of those falls where I was like, this is gonna be bad. Because I could see the wall coming at my head. And then when I was like, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, no.
And Jeremy looked at me, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, check the ring camera. Because if that didn't get caught, it's like, just check the ring camera.
I love it. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and I roll. I didn't know. Like, do I just instinctively roll when I don't know. But yeah.
There is that moment when you're falling, when you're just free falling for a second, you're like, oh, it's gonna hurt. And you just try to decide which thing you want to have broken. Is it your face?
Yes. Is like, do I
Your elbow?
And do you ever do the thing where you fall and you've got something in your arms and you're irrationally clutching on, like it's laundry. I could let it go, but you can't let it go. It's like our instinct, I guess, to save the baby, right? And you're like, oh, I'm going to bust up my face, but these sheets are not going to fall.
They'll be fine.
Yep. Yeah, so I did stop, drop, and roll. Apparently that's a theme for me.
It is. It is, but there's always that second where you're like, "Oh, let's just not laugh until the person that's fallen thinks it's funny."
Exactly. And he never did break into laughter.
No.
And that's why I was so grateful for that young girl sitting and we just looked at each other like,
you know what though is that I think I have a tendency to like commentate my own falling. like if I'm about up, she's going down. Like I will commentate it for you.
Yes. And I would have, and I can't not be like stuck the landing. Like if I trip, like it's even embarrassing when you trip when you're alone.
Yeah.
You know, my shoe gets caught and you're like, ta-da! Like I always do something to give people permission to laugh.
Yeah, this happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
There's a video of you walking off a stage and you're dressed beautifully. So it's a big conference you're hosting and you present somebody and you walk off and you trip. You're like, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I forget.
Yeah, it was in a clip. It was cute. Yeah. Somebody said, be careful when you fall and roll into the fall. My dad did that on a run one morning and he broke like 3 places in his shoulder. See, people shouldn't run. You should not run.
No running.
Yeah.
No, but I just think it's funny too, like what people choose to say. Like, remember we were almost in the car accident coming home and I was able to like avoid it, but I had the ice cream in my hand and I kept it up. I didn't drop it and like do with 2 hands. No. I did with 1 hand, like I was like the Dukes of Hazzard and I had to save
this. Yeah, like you had a bomb in your hand that if it had fallen, it would have exploded. But she saved the Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
She saved the Ben and Jerry's. And that was, I can still see that moment. Like that was scary. That was a scary moment that I look at you and you still got the ice cream in your hand. Like you saved the ice cream.
Yeah.
And us.
It was kind of a crazy moment because I was like, why did I save this? Why didn't I put 2 hands on this wheel? But yeah, I knew what was important and I knew we needed to celebrate after that near-death experience.
The near-death experience, you should always have a pint of Ben and Jerry's in your hand to celebrate after.
My one daughter can't help herself when people fall. She has to leave the room or she laughs in their face. Yeah, no, I hear you.
I can't. The falls are always gonna get me.
Yeah, no.
Especially if there's like but when this man went down, it was like thump, 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 down, slide, backpack everywhere. And I'm like, don't.
Don't do it.
Don't laugh.
Don't be that lady.
And then, yeah, but I didn't. I was like, yeah. Yeah, how
Yeah.
were your flights home? You didn't get home till, like
Yeah, they were uneventful. The one person next to me might have had, like, stink a little,
oh,
which
that's
I've not experienced that,
yeah,
like,
that's
for,
hard.
like, a long time, and I was in the middle seat, which I never am, like, when Wendy knows I'm, like, a window seat person,
Right,
second,
right,
obviously an aisle, third option, middle, so I was like, "We must have booked these so late, like, this was the only option."
right.
So I'm already, and here's the crazy thing, I am claustrophobic for sure. I am much better on the aisle. I think it's because I can see out the window, so I don't feel claustrophobic. But if you put me in the middle seat, I could feel like I was starting.
Yes, that
So
is a very yeah.
yeah, it was too much. But I just watched movies the whole time, so that seemed to help. Um, yeah, I was like, this is a lot. So the one fellow was a little stinky. For sure. And then I was running. So my connecting flight in Minneapolis, and we had gotten there in enough time, but that we could there was no gate open, so we just sat. And you're just sitting there watching. You're like, I don't have time to like, can you just
Get
open
the
that door?
slide. Open the
Yeah,
slide. Let's go
yeah,
down the
let's get
slide.
the slide out because I got a connecting flight. So at that
Oh,
point, everybody's connecting, right? So here's
right.
Here's the thing. Like, I wish sometimes, and I've seen it on a couple of flights where they'll say, if this is your final destination, please stay in your seat so that people who need to get connecting flights can get out. They didn't do
Yeah.
that. So now it's time to get up. Everybody gets up and people are flying, trying to run down the aisle. And they're real important. I have a connecting. I was like, everybody has a connecting.
Yes. Oh my
Like, I
gosh,
don't,
the worst.
like, you pushing me out of the way, like, even if I have to be somewhere, unless I look at somebody and be like, "Is it okay?" Like, I am a rule follower on how you exit a plane. Do not
Yes.
push. Do n So, and it gets me twisted, and so I just sit quiet and stew in my own anger. And so, it was like a 15-minute walk, and they were not joking. And in Minneapolis, there are no trams. I don't know if they're planning on building one, but it was like you have to get
Large?
from what's that?
Was it large? Like, did you
Oh, it
have
was
a
large enough that it was like a 15-minute walk, and they were not kidding. It's a 15-minute walk, no trams whatsoever. It was a lot. I was like power walking a lot and just made it to my flight. So I was just happy that I got there. So it was uneventful, which is always like a nice way to fly. But also starving. Like, I had enough time to just go in, get a yogurt, and get on the plane. I was like, this is my meal the whole day. Because, I would have rather left with you at 6 in the morning and then been home.
I was about to say, I think I did that right because I was tired when I got on the plane, so I was able to sleep a little bit.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got home, we could stop and eat, and, like, I was less out of sorts than I think you had to be.
Yeah. Yeah. I just sat and did like work in the morning, sent emails and stuff, and then headed over. But, it was fine. Um, Uneventful. Um, but now I have to get ready for Miss America this week. So I have
When do
to,
you
what's that?
when do you leave?
Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday. So it'll be a little bit crazy this week, trying to get some things done. And I've got to write my speech.
You know what? You can read it to me.
Your
I just
speech?
Yeah,
My
read your
speech?
Yeah, no, read my speech. I'm gonna also be delivering a speech. I am gonna definitely I'm gonna walk
Mhm.
in, "Excuse me, I also have something to say."
I decided, what's the word that they use in Congress where they give their time to somebody else? I love that word. And
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is that?
I seed? Is it CEDE?
I
I seed my
see.
time.
Yeah, I seed.
Is that the word? Who
Yeah.
knows what the words?
Yeah.
What the
What's the word? I think it might be seed.
oh, Sandra wants to be punched.
Kendra.
Yeah, she wants to be
Written some.
yield. I yield my time.
I
So that's
yield
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna yield my time to you, and you can go. I'll be like, this is like Congress. I yield my time to
I yield
Missy,
my time.
and Missy can do a
For
speech.
me. Yes, yield. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Everybody got a lot of book jokes this morning. All of a sudden, everybody got book jokes.
You guys, this conference that we went to, and we got to pitch our books and all of that. It got so real that I'm like, I have to finish this book because I've been walking around pretending like I have a whole book. I got
book. Did we tell everybody how your voice changed?
I don't know that
All right, you tell them that story. You tell them your version of the story. I'm going to go pay, and then I'm going to tell my version of the story.
All right. So here's the thing, you guys. First and foremost, what you need to know is that I am not good at practicing speaking. Like, I'm much better off the cuff, but if I've got to memorize something and speak it, I'm not good. So we were practicing. Yeah, I think we told you, those of you that were at open mic, you would know this story. Everybody else does not. So we are practicing doing our book pitches in this class, and everybody gets to go around and practice the speech. Well, for my group, we've been noisy inside, so they sent us outside. So the next thing I know, Dina's like, "You're up." And there's one of those big wicker chairs that's like an egg you sit in. So I sit in and I'm way back and I'm all scrunched down. And I got these faces looking at me, expecting me to say something good. Now, keep in mind, I went to this conference last minute. I had nothing prepared. So I start talking. And I did a decent job. I was okay. I was telling myself, everybody else practiced and had a real thing. I didn't have a real good thing. My thing was good. The next thing I know, I hear myself, and I'm talking down here. I'm talking slow. I'm talking like an old movie star in this voice. Because apparently, for me to slow down and get my thoughts together, I drop an octave in my voice. Yeah. And I wasn't necessarily aware that I had done that. I knew something was wrong. I knew
something was off.
I knew that I was kind of an alternate Missy at this point. And then this one.
Well, here's the thing. So
that was great. Yeah. And Dina.
So I have my small group. It's like 4 people. And Missy is in the group, and I'm thinking, I don't really have to worry about Missy in terms of presentation. She knows her content. I'm going to let her practice it. Everybody's still got to practice, right? So we're doing all the people, whatever. Well, we were so loud in this one room, they had moved us, and right before it was Missy's turn, and it was those egg chairs. I feel like maybe I told this story on
open mic.
Oh, it was open mic night, yeah. So
use my voice to text voice.
So when we were doing the pitches, Missy's, bright and vibrant. And when we were in the room, she was like engaging and leaning forward. But when we moved, she was in this egg chair. So it was a new chair. So she just kind of cozied into the chair and was just like this. And then all of a sudden just became like a character in a smoking jacket with a long cigarette. She's like, my book is about beating cancer and all of the funny things that go along with beating cancer. Like, it just was this whole other aura. And I was like, who is this? But it was still good, right? Everybody in the group was like, Missy, that was so great.
So
It
good.
was so wonderful.
So good.
And then everybody looks at me and I go, yeah, I mean, whoever that was did a great job in her smoking jacket. And it just was the funniest. She's like, well, darlings, my book really takes people on a journey from non-cancer to cancer, as you know. It's very funny. And
Changing the trajectory of the landscape of my life. Like, what?
it was so funny. And I don't know. I mean, it was very funny. I know I couldn't let it go. I wasn't gonna like pull her aside later. Listen,
No.
and that's the
No.
thing. If you ever sit around Missy and I think we probably both. I mean, more me sound like a horrible person. I'm like, why did you pee your pants? Like, I just, I can't not call it out.
My mind always has a sense of where Dina is in the room, because the minute something flies out of my mouth that's inappropriate or ill-timed, my eyes find Dina to see her going, what are you doing?
Mhm.
Yep. Now, do you get more nervous? Like when you were doing your pitch or anything, do you get more nervous when I'm in the room?
No, I
Or do
block
you feel like
everybody
my
out.
friend is here, or do you just block it out? Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
block everybody out. I
Yeah.
I think that's my superpower, is that but I also think I was hopped up on a lot of medicines too, so I was kind of
Well,
tired
we gave you a
myself.
lot of allergy. Dina's eye sprung a leak, so we medicated her. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Shakendra? I'm sorry, Missy. Just a lot happening. Yeah, but I don't know if I told you, but somebody came up to me during the conference. She was like, you and Leslie are so much alike. I love Leslie, so I took it as a compliment. And I
Yes.
was like, oh, I said, what do you mean? They were like, oh, the two of you are just like so straightforward. It's like a little bit mean, but I learn a lot. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's what I was going for. But I don't know, like I figure if you were listen, you had to sign up for these classes. I didn't make you come here, and you want me to help you. I'll be like, then do this. Stop doing that. Don't do that anymore. Like Missy didn't come to my class, the second class. So, but we don't have a lot of time. And I was just like, listen, um, don't do that with your face. Stop
Yes.
looking in the air. Look at my eyes. Tell me what you're trying to tell me. So,
Yes.
but by
So,
the time it was over, everybody else was like, I learned so much from this class. I was like, yeah, we only have an hour and a half. We got to teach
and
some.
that's the thing. I think a lot of times when people work with artists, okay, and feeling and kind people, we get a lot of, you are so pretty and you're so nice and we love your energy. Now, first sentence of your book, really dumb, but we want you to know that we believe in you. We don't know that you can be a writer, but let me tell you how like, it's too much. It's too much. Just tell me this sentence is dumb. Put it down here. Try this. Done.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I think you and I are a good balance, because I tend to be meaner and more straightforward. And then you kind of you say it a lot nicer than I do and smooth it out. But I also think too that, you know, I think I even become more honest with people when I think they're really good. Like when I think somebody is really, really good, and, and I can see that they're making progress, I want to go like even deeper. I'm like, this was good, but you really need if you fix this last thing, like, and I think sometimes if people don't know, how my brain works, it might come off as like a lot. But
no, but it's again, we have a small amount of time.
yeah.
And I think, when you have a job, like when you have a job that's in any way performance related,
Mm.
you have to be able to trust feedback because you can't see yourself. You can't hear yourself from the angle that everybody's doing it. So I think you and I can handle somebody going, no, don't do that, do this. They're
Yeah.
not saying, you stink, you're awful. No. But I think a lot of people that come from a world of, you know what, you are doing such a good job. It's hard.
Yeah. I
to
would rather somebody, I think sometimes we get so nervous about upsetting people. Like, I'm like, yeah, somebody said a compliment sandwich. I'm like, this is
Yeah.
what you're doing really well. If you're asking me my opinion, you need to stop doing this immediately. This is not helping you. But if you do
Yeah.
it, I think it's going to be really good. So I think there's an art to it. So Dean is working at ABC in New York, and we have it's a very big job that he's doing. He's at which is the number one affiliate in the
Little
country.
boy.
Yeah, he's a tiny little boy.
He's tiny boy.
But he is so good at what he does. He's such a good editor, but he's definitely like in a very fast-paced environment. And so, I'd say about once a week, he'll call me and he'll be like frustrated with something. And he was like, this happened and I don't like this, and da da da. And, we kind of talk through it. And I think it's kind of nice that I worked in daytime television. So I understand it's very cutthroat, and you either make it or you don't. You're either going to go home crying and never come back again, and so and I'm always encouraging him. I'm like, your gut is right. What your gut said in that moment was right. So you need to figure this part out on your own, go back or ask for more help with this, whatever. And so at the end of it, I said, I want you to know, like, I wouldn't tell you to stay and work this hard if I didn't think you deserve to be there. Like, there are a lot of times where, I have put people in positions that I know are slightly above what they're ready for. Like, Dean was basically directing One Funny Mother when we were off Broadway when he was 17 years old. And he's mine, so he's used to me. But I was like, you're going to figure this out. Go over there, figure out how to get all these lights on. If you don't know how to figure it out, go ask the guy. Like, I was talking to him like, you need to there's nothing at 17 you can't understand. And if you can't understand it, go ask somebody or ask me for help. And so, I think it's been really good. There was a time, and Missy knows who I'm talking about, when I was doing warm up in the city and I needed to find a backup for myself. And I asked my friend Tracy, and then Tracy eventually trained Missy. But there was another comedian that I knew who was fairly new and apparently got upset at me that I did not put her up for this job. And when I found out that this comedian was upset, we're not really that close anyway, but I found out that this person was very mad. And I said, she couldn't do this job. She's not ready. The person I put up for it has been doing stand-up for 10 years. This person has been doing it for 3 years. You're like a baby at 3 years. You would die. And I was like, I'm not putting anybody in a position where I know they are not ready for and they will fail. But I am a big fan of putting people up who I'm like, I believe in you. I'm going to train you as best I can. And I think you can be successful. And if you're not, here are the reasons I think you had nothing to do with you not being successful. Like when I trained Tracy, I was like, this is not a good show. If you are not successful, it is not because of you. I have taught you everything and you innately know how to do stand up. Like you're going to be fine. But, like you said, I think it's hard for us to see ourselves. And sometimes, there are times where, whether we're doing our own open mic or we were working with people where I'm like, you're really good. You're really good. There were so many talented people, but I was just like, you are not doing yourself any favors if you're talking about your book like this. Like, stop being a robot and start talking like a person. You've never gone up to another person and said, this book is an exquisite rendering of the... Nobody talks like that. Stop talking like that. Talk like a person.
Don't put me in an egg chair.
Sit in this egg chair and wear a smoking jacket. Now go. And I'm gonna love it. Yeah, no, I get
No.
very passionate. I'm gonna stop
But it's
talking.
true because a lot of times, let's be honest, people who ask for feedback, even us on occasion, are not thrilled when we get it because we're like, oh, I thought I nailed that part.
Mhm.
But in the end, if you have a particular goal and to move further in whatever it is you're doing, you've got to take it into consideration because you can't see yourself the
Yeah,
way that other people see you.
yeah. And then it was funny because I made a video for Story Summit. I don't know if I told you this. I was working on this video. So we went to this amazing conference, Her Spirit.
Oh,
And
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're a writer, I highly suggest you go. But Missy was out walking in the redwood forest. I was working on this video, and I was sitting with my new bestie, Becky. And I really had a wonderful time sitting with her for hours. And she's never edited a video before, but we were talking about different things about life and a lot of editing video. It takes hours just to get all the the pictures and video in. So we just sat for hours on a moving video over, and then she helped me write the copy for it. And I said, "You stay here. I got to go over to that bush over there and record this copy for it."
Because that,
I
yeah.
literally, I mean, if you saw me, Missy, I had my phone and I was like, because a sound booth is very
Right.
like
The
quiet.
bush was smart.
I literally sat between two bushes. I was like, her spirits, blah, 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 blah. I was like, her spirit at the shamanad, right? Just stupid. So I'm in between these bushes and I'm recording this voiceover. I come back. Now we're going over all of the different versions of the voiceover. And I'm like, do you like this one or this one? Do you like this one or this? So we're picking them, whatever. And we're putting it all together. And Becky said, no, this is after 3 hours or something. She was like, I really enjoyed watching you make this video. I've never seen anybody do this before. And I said, yeah, it takes a while. That's all. And she said, I really enjoyed listening to all your different voices. And I was like, what? And she goes, well, there's this voice, your regular voice, and then your open mic voice where you're like hosting things on stage and you're like, hey, everybody, welcome to the show, blah, blah, blah. They're like, and then this voice, your voiceover voice doesn't, I mean, it's you. I can tell it's you, but it's very smooth and like, and I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is my job. Like, you're like, this is who you have to be now. And then you're like, this is who my teaching voice is. And then this is my, hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's very funny, but you don't think about it, and
No,
I'll be back to go whisper it in between two bushes. And I was like, welcome.
I get it. So, because when you're doing the video, you are backing up the video. You're not trying to you're not trying. Yeah, that it's so funny.
And I should have told her, I also have my smoking jacket voice, my cigarette voice.
Yeah.
I've been like, you should sit with Missy in an egg chair and you will hear a lot of different voices.
It's different. I was out talking to the trees.
You were hugging trees.
I was hugging. I really did hug them. It was like, I'm never going to get this opportunity again. So I'm not worried about pride. I'm going to hug these trees. And it was so cool.
I'm glad that you stopped at hug and didn't go into like full hump.
I told you that story, didn't I?
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't have said what I just said if I knew that there was a hump story. I feel like just my face would tell you no. Did you hump a tree?
Apparently, I was talking to my mom.
You didn't know?
I didn't know. And the way she told me, I was just mortified. Like for a week, I didn't want to leave the house. This wasn't that long ago. It was when the grandkids were born. And I forget. I don't even remember what E was doing. And it had nothing, like he was playing. I was like, oh, he was climbing something. I was like, he was having so much fun. I didn't want to stop, but it was starting to rain. She's like, oh yeah, it's like that time you were humping the tree. I'm like, what? It's like, how is a story that I just said about the kid on the playground have anything to do with me humping a tree? She's like, no, you were little. Barbara Lott and I were saying we were having coffee and cigarettes, and I looked outside and you were humping a tree.
So this was not this weekend.
No, No.
Okay, I feel like you should have led with that. I feel like you should have, because
probably like in 7th grade. No, I was like little.
Okay.
And my mom's like, "Should I go stop her?" And her friend says, "No, let her finish." And they just sat and drank their coffee. I'm like, I was alone in our yard humping a tree and no one. And now at the tender age of 57 is when I'm hearing this story for the first time.
This. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she needs this. Okay.
Yeah. Let her have this.
Yeah. Joseph, not this weekend that we know about. Or anybody. Okay. All right. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Well,
listen, we're gonna leave you guys on that note.
Oh, good.
I don't think there's a reason to follow that story up with anything. It's a different kind of hug. It's a different kind of tree hugger.
Special, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this story will surely bring out the crazy people. I apologize.
There's that. And by crazy, we need Missy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So next time, if you're ever out and Missy's like, do you want to go on a nature hike? Just think about it. Think about it. Is that who you are? Is that who you want to be? Because Missy's with you and we'll change the trajectory. And that's when she comes back in her smoking jacket. She's like, you are never going to guess the walk I just took.
I have poison oak.
I got a splinter. Don't ask me where. That's
do it. Check.
So funny. Okay, well, you're welcome. All right. Well, I want to thank Missy for getting pretty this morning and helping us practice. So we'll be all set for Pinky Patel tonight for Tipsy Tuesday.
Yes.
So,
You'll love her.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. So everybody, thanks for being here as always. And look forward to seeing you tonight for Tipsy Tuesday. So have a great day and a blessed day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny Morning.